heading down that highway to my code. 2 wheels and an engine is all I need. I'm running on caffeine and gasoline. I'm running on caffeine and gasoline.
Well, you know, I've been working in design, right? That's what I'm going to school for.
Graphic design?
Yeah, graphic design. Yeah, I don't.
Got way more torque out of the corners than what I had last year, which is going to be a tremendous help because that's what was eating my lunch last year.
I just wish he could be perfect like my dog Dolly, who is the best dog in the whole world.
Wait, and who are we talking about?
Oh, don't worry about me, guys. I got this.
Have a great yeses this year, right?
Yes.
And quit trying to run me off the track.
Yeah, so you know, like in the military when they say like working party, can you give me that melon? Like, who invented that? Because it's never ever really like a party, and who falls for that trick? You know what I mean?
Hey, what's going on, guys? What's up?
You ready for this?
I think so, man. I'm
a little nervous.
I'm a little nervous. Concrete's something I've never even thought about, much less raced on. Have you ever done concrete?
No, never. I mean, it's a brand new thing for all of us, dude, but screw it, man. You only live once, right? Give it a shot.
Honestly, the thing I'm most worried about is this is the first time that Aramaki is going to actually be out of the garage.
And running.
Oh,
you can use that as a good excuse.
Well, that's true.
You know,
but
right?
It's not going to be a good excuse if it crashes on me or...
Well, you won't be going that fast.
How do you know, man?
So the guys are going down to El Paso. My phone has not stopped blowing up. The only time those two are not at the shop is when they leave to a completely other state.
So you know how like nobody really likes to clean the bathroom at the shop?
Not the puke story. It's gross.
It's funny.
It's not funny. It's
It
gross.
is totally funny.
It's not funny at all.
Oh, really? You don't think it's funny?
No.
What funny story do you have?
I don't have a funny story,
Exactly.
but I have the puke story.
Been a little chaotic, but all the customers have been very understanding, knowing that the guys are out of town. All right, guys, I think it's gonna be pretty busy today, but we're well stocked and I think it's gonna be okay. So let's not give them a reason to worry.
I know Thaison and Steve are out of town and they're having a good time, but while we're here, you know, everyone's taking care of everything. Everything's running smooth. I know Shelbe might be a little nervous, but she's got this.
Our customers are great. They're what keeps us going. We've got some characters, but all are fantastic in their own way. I was reading some of the reviews and I gotta say, one of my favorite ones was a guy said, "We're not that bad." So.
Oh, shit.
What is that, dude?
I don't know, dude. That's the road.
Did you hit a pothole?
No. That road's got a big old crack there.
We got to make race time here like in 2 hours.
Well, I know. And, dude, this trailer's super heavy. About 65, 75 miles an hour is the most I'm going to be able to go. And we're burning through gas. We're going to have to stop. So we got off to kind of a late start. It was a little tricky getting that big trailer over to the coffee shop, and I got there a little bit late, and I could tell Thaison was already getting a little bit frustrated because he likes to get on the road like super early, and we had to meet up with Jimmy Vigil, a good friend of ours who is also on the Rust is Gold racing team, and he was already waiting for us at a gas station, so it took a minute for us to catch up with him and get on the road.
I think I heard something. Did you hear anything?
Nah, I think it's okay.
No, I thought I heard something, dude.
That'll be alright, man.
Yeah, sure.
It's gonna be alright.
Oh, God. The day had already gotten off to a bad start, and I wasn't even sure what was going on. Steve and I usually, like when we're doing these Morse Gold trips, we try and leave pretty early. And get to the coffee shop, and I'm sitting here waiting to load, because we still need to load the bikes onto the trailer and then drive all the way down to El Paso and make the race by 6. He pulls up with the trailer, and it's a pretty big trailer. It's bigger than I thought. And as we start loading up the bikes, it was one of those trucks that has basically 2 spots for the tie downs on the side, and his bike was strapped to the chalk.
I'm gonna pull over here and get some gas.
Yeah, and check the bikes, right?
And I decided to strap mine down to the sides and not the wheel chalk, so it'd be, stuck into place. And as I was doing that, I was asking Steve if that's the way he was going to leave his bike in the chalk. He was like, "Oh yeah."
Oh, did it fall?
What do you think, dude?
Want some peanuts?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I want peanuts.
It's not that bad.
Nothing a little scratch and dent can fix, right?
You can probably buff it out. I think we can buff it out. Let's stand them up.
So a friend of ours that we borrowed the trailer from had moved his bikes back and forth from home to the track just by fastening them down to the chalk, and he didn't have any problems. So he said, go ahead and just fasten the bike down to the chalk. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. I do it all the time. So I went ahead and did it that way. Unfortunately, I think we hit something in the road on the way down to El Paso.
What was that, dude?
I don't know, dude. That's the road. My bike came loose, fell on top of Thaison's bike, and scratched up his tank pretty good.
This is why I said we should have chalked them up and tied them down, dude.
Yeah. Dude, I'm sorry, man. I'll get you some spray paint.
Yeah, spray paint will fix it. Piece of cake, right?
Yeah. I guess maybe we better,
Yeah.
Should I move it?
I think so.
Okay.
We're not going to drive like this, right?
I don't want to scratch it up more.
I felt really bad about it. I was trying to make light of the situation because, we were halfway to El Paso and I didn't want, to have any uneasy feelings about the trip. But Thaison was pretty upset. I could tell he kind of just, slid down in his seat and pulled his hat down, and I could tell it was kind of a bummer for him, and I felt pretty bad, but I didn't know what to do at that point, so just kind of had to roll with it, and I think in the end it ended up being okay.
On these highway lines, it's a long, hard road to go alone. When the road you're
We get to El Paso and we're actually running kind of late. We unload our bikes, unload the gear, and at that point we make riders meeting, and I think we have 10 minutes to spare. You know what, screw it, these are race bikes, they're meant to be wrecked anyways. Steve said something, or Jimmy I think at that point, about just putting stickers on it, and I was like, oh my god, here we go. I'm not going to put a bunch of stickers on my tank. I think in a weird way, the bike's getting kind of scratched up and dinged up, kind of took the edge off in a weird way, and if we crashed and dented up the bikes, and who cares. And El Paso at that point, we were just out there racing and having fun, and there was a big crowd, everybody was cheering us on, and it was kind of one of those things that's almost surreal, you don't actually see it happening, you don't look at the crowd or anything, and you don't really see it happening until you're out there actually on the track and racing, and then afterwards you kind of look back and you say, wow, that was pretty darn cool.
hurts a little looking back. I know that we can bring them back. How I miss those summer days.
It was pretty fun. We were having a good time traveling down to El Paso for this indoor concrete flat track racing, which was something new for everybody. We weren't really sure what to expect. We kind of just, said, let's go for it. I had just finished getting the Aramaki completely 100% up and running, and I hadn't taken it for anything more than a quick couple of laps around the dirt track. So I had never raced on concrete. Racing in general is new to me. Flat track is a new sport for me. I just started the last couple of years, and I was a little nervous about getting on concrete. Everybody told me it's slick. After you make a few rounds on it, the rubber starts to stick to the soda water that they put down, and it gets sticky and grabby. But man, this is all new to me, so I didn't know what to expect. And I got off to a rough start with the guys I was racing with in my class. I know that one of the guys that was way ahead of us was he's an old pro. He'd been riding for years. He even got to race with Jay Springsteen at one point. So it was interesting and eye-opening, and I learned a lot just riding with these guys because it was something new to me, and I didn't even know how to approach it. So it was a lot of fun. We had a great time. I'll do it again for sure.
And this was like one of the very first weekends that we were actually able, Steve and I, to get away and actually do a race. You know, luckily, like, Shelbe really stepped up.
So we've got a solid crew over here. It was super busy today. I actually ended up having to call one of our old crew members, and she did fantastic, and it looks like we might actually be bringing her back, so we're all pretty excited around here.
You know, we have to put all of our trust in our staff, and the staff really stepped up for us on this event. You know, it's kind of one of those things where it's kind of reassuring you that we don't always have to be at the shop 24/7, which is a good thing, because we still have motorcycles to build and motorcycles to race. You know, we got Jimmy, myself, and Steve out there, and to actually make a trip to El Paso was really cool, because it kind of reassured us in the fact that we can do this too. And you know, we got to thank all the guys at, you know, the 444 Motorcycle Show for putting on the event, and El Paso, the city of El Paso, for, like, you know, bringing us in with open arms. Brian Tripp was out there, CJ from Law Tigers. You know, we went out there and we showed off our bikes and our stuff. We took home a couple of trophies, which was really cool, and we made the best out of it, you know. And it started off as kind of a rocky trip, and we weren't sure we were going to be able to make it, but at the very end of it, like, you know, things come together like it always does here at the shop, and, you know, we made an awesome time of it, and I can't wait to do the next event.
I'm going to say I did him a favor, and his flat tracker looks killer now. The Harley looks awesome.
Sweet tank, dude. That's a sweet tank.
Gonna find my freedom, my machine. I'm running on caffeine, gasoline.
See if this thing starts today.